Wednesday night, December 4th, college basketball at Wintrust Arena, blue versus red as the undefeated DePaul Blue Demons hosted the 5-2 Texas Tech Red Raiders. Hope you took your blood pressure medication for this one. What a night it would be. DePaul would lose the opening tip-off, but after a missed shot forced a change in possession, DePaul landed on the board first with the Jalen's. That's Butts finding Coleman Lands for the opening three. Defense was key for DePaul on the night. They'd finished with 12 steals and 6 blocks in all. Speaking of blocks, there's Paul Reed with the huge denial. And moments later, again Tech ball, different man, same result. Paul Reed, he'd finished with 3 blocks total. Slow start offensively, 4-0 DePaul after nearly 4 minutes of play. Then Tech would finally start to heat up. The no-look pass finds there Avery Benson, who drains the 3. DePaul responded with some sharp passing of their own. Moore finds Reed, who throws down the finish. Not so fast, says the Tech outside game. Clark hits Moretti beyond the arc, who drains the catch-and-go 3 to tie it up at 6-6 apiece. Later in the action, Tech's Benson driving to land the floater in the paint and draw the foul. And one would give Tech its first lead of the ball game at 9-6. And the Red Raiders would continue to add to that early lead. Offensive rebound opens up Kyler Edwards for the tray. But DePaul chipping away. Reed finds room down below and completes the slick layup under the backboard to bring it within 5. Later, DePaul down by 7. Charlie Moore misses on the jumper, but Butts is there to clean it up for 2. Then Butts again fighting in the paint to tally another Blue Demon 2, bringing the deficit to 3. Again, defense was the star of this one. Another steal from Charlie Moore and later from Marquise Jacobs, giving the offense time to get going. Speaking of offense, DePaul down by 1 when Moore finds Butts on the fast break for the big finish, regaining the lead for DePaul, 17-16. After trading jumpers, Tech jumped to a 3-point lead with several good free throws. But with time winding down the first half, Moore nabs 1 of 2 assists, finding Paul Reed, who knocks down the 3 to tie the game at 22 apiece. Final seconds of the half, DePaul trailing, and Coleman Lands throws up the last second 3. It's good, but wait, the officials rule that time was out. DePaul goes in the locker room down 26-23, but remember that 3 from Coleman Lands. Coming back for the second half, and neither side would go down without a fight in another 20 minutes of tight basketball. Tech came out quick for the second half with a good jumper, but Reed responded shortly after with one of his own, drawing the foul for the and one, 28-26 Texas Tech. Here's Moore finding the big man in the paint to tie it up at 30-30. Minutes later, Tech breaks the tie with a long pass from Clark on the fast break to Edwards for 2. DePaul trails 34-32. DePaul ties it up and then takes the lead off a beautiful Moore assist and Reed dunk. The back and forth continued as the time ticked away until Tech's Kyler Edwards hit DePaul with a dagger. His 3 gives Tech their largest lead of the second half at 5 with nearly 5 left to play. And again, later, with DePaul fighting to keep it within 3, Terrence Shanna Jr. drains another 3 to put the Red Raiders up 6. The Blue Demons, undeterred, responded with back-to-back unanswered baskets to bring it within 2. 52-50 Red Raiders with just under 30 seconds to go. DePaul coach Dave Ladow urging his team onward at the timeout. This one is coming down to the wire. But after the inbound, DePaul called with the foul, sending Tech to the line. Moretti shooting a perfect 6 for 6 free throws on the day. Things are looking rough for DePaul. He nets his first. 53-50 Tech. But a big miss on the second shot breathes life into DePaul. Charlie Moore works the ball up court. Dishes to Reed, who finds Coleman Lands on the perimeter. Remember him? Way beyond the arc. It's good to tie it up and send this one into overtime. DePaul wins the toss this time, but a foul sends Tech to the line. And again, DePaul is down by 2. A scoreless 2.5 minutes later, and a Tech layup puts them up 4. But then who else? Jalen Coleman Lands drops another 3 to bring it within 1. After a turnover, Romeo Weems' dunk give DePaul the 58-57 edge. Not for long though, Shannon Jr. drops 3 to put Tech ahead by 2. Next immediate play, Moore rides the hot hand to Jalen Coleman Lands, and do you even need to watch? Count it. DePaul would go on to hold Tech at 60, while adding insurance free throws en route to a 65-60 overtime win. And the undefeated streak continues. Here's Coach Dave Ladow after the game.
A phenomenal effort by our guys, both physically. Normally, defensively, when we play well, we have some lapses, and I don't know, we had a possession maybe or a slip up, but we never had consecutive lapses defensively, and we hung with them. I couldn't be prouder of these guys for the effort, and most importantly, our fans were phenomenal.